On November 16th, the newest agent will be released to Valorant, a perfectly balanced character who will change the battlefield for the better. And to be honest, I'm surprised Chamber even made it through brainstorming. Yeah, this guy is super overpowered. Pretty much all of the agents at some point were, to a point, considered OP. Some of them are still being nerfed to this very day. But never, and I repeat, never in my life have I seen such a character this stupidly overpowered. Well, you know. Chamber is interesting. I believe this guy will be going through some changes, nerfs, all kinds of stuff, but I'll get on that in a second. I feel like when Riot was designing Chamber, they both ran out of ideas and just borrowed some stuff from other agents in the game, and also came up with one of the greatest, coolest, and also one of the most overpowered ideas ever, all in one guy. Not only are his abilities not as cool and as unique as they could be, but he simply doesn't look like he should be even holding a weapon. The agents in this game look somewhat like they're ready for some kind of battle, but Chamber looks like he just walked out of a Starbucks on his way to work and was just throwing a gun. But enough talk, let's jump right into why this Chamber guy is freaking stupidly overpowered. One more thing, before we start, this is my little brother. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, buddy, now read the script. Okay, I'm just joking. Starting off with ability number 1, Trademark. Trademark is a little drone, that card thing, I don't freaking know, that Chamber can place on the ground. He has 2 of them. When an enemy comes into view of the little guy, the timer will tick down, and when it finishes, the drone will slow all enemies within an area of effect. Feel free as I go along to give your thoughts in the comments. I'd also like to point out that the timer that ticks down right before the activation is extremely short, like 1 second. The radius isn't super big, so it's best used for putting near choke points. So starting off with that first ability, he sounds a bit like Killjoy, but we don't have enough to say for sure, so I'll just wait until the end of the video to give my thoughts. Next up is Headhunter. Chamber will pull out a pistol, which, no joke, right hand up to God himself, does more damage than the Vandal. Sure, it takes a bit longer to fire, but it does more damage than the Vandal, so just tell me when this starts to get overpowered. Now you've also got to keep in mind that this is an ability, which means it probably is going to have a cooldown. We already know it's got a very limited amount of ammo. Its cost? Just guess. Well, it does more damage than the Vandal, so I'm guessing a little more than a Vandal. Nah, that's too high. Maybe half the cost of the Vandal. 100 credits. 100 credits. Yeah, I'm just gonna let you process that a bit. Riot, what are you doing? You're making an ability that does more damage than... It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, Chamber himself could get on his hands and his knees and dig through the dirt and find enough credits to get this weapon, this ability, 7-fold. Rendezvous is his signature. It's a lot like Yoru's signature as well. You place a little thing... Anchor, let's just call it that. You place an anchor on the ground. You have 2 of them, and if you are in range of one of them, you can teleport to the other anchor. So basically, so far we've got Killjoy, Yoru, and anybody who can pull a pistol out of his pocket. And finally, his ultimate, Tour de Force, or something achieved by great skill. Basically, he pulls up a sniper rifle that kills everything in 1 hit, and also slows enemies in a large radius around the body you just shot the life out of. You need 7 ultimate charges to activate. In a game like Valorant, where apparently sprinting or even light jogging is physically impossible for these special military-trained agents and sometimes Radianite-infused agents, but this is perfectly normal, having an ultimate that slows down enemies is really rough. Killjoy has something similar, but you get a heads up and it doesn't just kill you. Chamber is loaded to the teeth with abilities that should just get him kicked out of the game. All kinds of slows and one-tap weapons. It almost sounds like this is some kind of huge joke or something. Now I know that this isn't final, and I know that what I'm reading to you right now is a very simple version as the details are not out yet, but still, I don't need to know much about this guy to tell that he's freaking stupidly overpowered. When it comes to what I think about his abilities, it's very strange. I'll go back to what I had said earlier. He feels like they both came up with the greatest idea ever and also gave up halfway through. He feels like a strange mix of random characters that shouldn't be mixed, at least not in a supposedly fair and balanced game. And then they mix the idea of this guy having some kind of cool arsenal of crazy weapons that have different effects. Like, it's crazy. So, what are your thoughts on Chamber? Do you think he's gonna be OP? I hope you have a great day, and remember, life is short. Play great games.